Dajiao, kumusta? My name is Victor, and today's agenda, I want to talk about accessories, specifically the Ulanzi F38 quick release system. And the reason why I wanted to try this out, as a content creator, as a travel enthusiast, filmmaker, I wanted to adapt a quick release system that would really help my content creation. It just makes your tools more unified rather than having a different adapter for this, a different thread size for this. Doesn't matter. It just makes it a little bit easier for you. Now, I'm not one of those people who's gonna say like, it'll save you a ton of time. No, it doesn't. It just makes your filming, content creation a little smoother than before. We're gonna talk about the Ulanzi and Coman 0Y tripod again, but this is the old one. You actually have a new one now, which is this guy. They are very identical. But let me tell you guys why this one is a little bit better. The only difference is that some design changes, which was the bubble level was hidden whenever you put a camera on it. So now, whenever you're shooting, no matter what side you put your camera, it'll always be there and that it won't be covered. Now, aside from the tripod head, the colors are different. This is like graphite gray, and this is gloss black. Well, satin black. Same with the tripod legs, they're pretty much the same. Now, what makes the F38 version better is the quick release system. And it's just like that. And if you do want to release it, you can just take it out with one click. Now, there's one con to this is that it's only getting held by this little pin right here. And there's two stops right there. So now if you're concerned about it falling or accidentally clicking this thing, you can always just lock it. And with this locking mechanism, there's no accidents at all with your cameras falling. One thing to note is that if you have the first version already, which is the 0Y, and if you want to adapt to the F38, they are completely interchangeable alongside with a universal tripod head adapter, which you can replace it with this. And all we have to do is unscrew the bottom. If you don't unscrew it, let's just say you're doing an inverted one, it serves as a lock. So we're gonna unscrew that, take that out, just put this guy in right here, lock the bottom part again. Now with the universal adapter, you can put any tripod head that you want. That's not overly heavy for a travel tripod. Same goes with this. This is interchangeable with the 0Y. So you don't have to buy a whole set. You can just buy the tripod heads for your convenience, and that if you do want to adapt to the F38. Those are the main difference. Both performance are really well. Well, here's a wind test / stabilization test. There's a towel right there, so you know that there's wind around and that we're shooting with the Fuji X100F there. And everything's fully extended. There's two bags, a drone bag, and my Peak Design 6-liter with my iPhone and some stuff in there. So it should weigh down a little bit and it should make it a little stable. Okay, so I've taken the bags out, and the drone bag is quite heavy because there's 3 batteries there, the drone and the controller. Wind is picking up, fully extended. I'm not doing anything with it. There's no support. It's just the camera and the tripod, and the stabilization is off on the camera. So hopefully this is doing some tests. Yeah, the wind is really picking up. Let me put this down. There you go. Okay, so the wind is really picking up. The legs are fully extended, but the center column is collapsed, and hopefully this shows you how stable it is and that there's really harsh wind up here on the rooftop. Let me put it up. There we go. Okay, stabilization is off. Everything's fully extended, legs and the center column. Harsh winds up here on the rooftop. I don't know if it's doing anything. Footage we're gonna see in the editing suite. And I can attest that there are great, and also some videos out there on YouTube have tested this as well, and it's been a great product so far. Now let's talk about the plate compatibility. This one, the original one, is compatible with Arca Swiss plates, and that it has enough space for it to adapt different Arca Swiss plates. For example, the small rig ones and some few plates that I've bought from Amazon are already adaptable with the original one, but with the F38 one, you cannot unfortunately use them. It's solely dedicated for the F38 plate, which is this one on the bottom right here. But the good thing about the F38 plates, or with its accessories, is that you don't really have to buy the F38 head, because the original 0Y tripod, which is this guy, you can already mount the F38 plate on here because it's small enough and that it's secure enough for this guy to be held. Now, the only thing is though, is that it's not getting held by any holding pins like these two. This one will hold the plate intact on this specific tripod head. But this one, you're literally just tightening it, squeezing it like a wrench, and might be an issue for heavier rigs, and that I would suggest using the original plate or just using the dedicated head for the F38 plate. So for content creators, why the F38 system makes sense is because, again, we have different tools for different jobs. We might need it for vlogging, we might need it for tripod use, we might even need it on a gimbal, we might need to travel light. Well, this is where the F38 comes in. For example, let's just say I was shooting a long exposure or I was shooting a still video on a tripod. All I can do is now click this and get another F38 product, which is the vlogging tripod, lock it right here, and now I'm vlogging. And then right after vlogging, if I wanna put this on a tripod again, one click, second click, and now we are back to the tripod mode. Another F38 product that I have on here is this little plate that you can attach your strap to. I've actually attached it on the upside down mode because there's a stopper here for your camera. If you're carrying your camera like this and that you accidentally touch this guy, it won't accidentally drop. But if you mount it the other way around and that you accidentally touch or pressed the unlock button, your camera will most likely fall. And now with this, I can go from strap mode to tripod mode. The only annoying thing I have with this mount right here is that the camera just dangles. Instead of your camera being held with these 2 points like this, and this one is just dangling down. If you don't want the strap mount at all, you can even put them on your bags. Again, you have to put the stoppers on the bottom. There's a bigger version for this if you have a wider backpack strap. That's why I'm just using this for an example. If you're wanting a minimal setup, let's just say this bag is full, you can still attach your camera to the side and be ready to shoot at a second's notice. Is that even a thing? Seconds notice. You're always ready to shoot, pretty much. And that is it for the F38 products. It just makes everything convenient. Not necessarily that you need it, but to me, as a content creator, and also travel enthusiast, and maybe it'll help for hiking. I don't really like hiking, but I think hikers would benefit from this. And again, Ulanzi has given us 10% off. Just use my code Victor at checkout. And as usual, I'm giving away my S-Log 3 LUT pack, and all you have to do to win is comment down below what are your overall thoughts about the F38 quick release system. If you do want the LUT pack now, it's available in the link down below. And if you want to see me compare the Ulanzi travel tripod versus the Peak Design one, click on this video right here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
너와 나